You've finally upgraded your kitchen with that dream gas range and custom hood. But there's something your contractor didn't tell you. Your insurance may now see your renovation differently than you do, and that difference can cost you tens of thousands of dollars after a fire. Most homeowners assume new upgrades automatically mean better protection, but your policy only covers what was originally there. If you don't update your coverage, you're basically renovating without a safety net. Insurance companies look at the replacement cost of what existed before. If your old stove was basic and cheap, that's all they owe you for. Your fancy upgrade becomes your financial responsibility. The part most people forget is building codes. Once something burns or breaks, you can't rebuild two old standards. You must rebuild two current code. And that's where costs explode. Your new gas range likely required special ventilation, ducting, and fire safety components. These upgrades trigger modern code requirements that didn't apply to your old setup. But your base policy doesn't pay for those code upgrades. That's where ordinance or law coverage comes in. It's designed to cover the cost difference between old construction and new required standards. Without it, you carry the full burden. Imagine you have a kitchen fire tomorrow. Your insurer writes a check based on a $700 old stove, not your $4,000 high-end range. And the ventilation system, you're paying that too. Your custom hood likely needs fireproof materials and specific spacing. Those requirements increase rebuild costs instantly. But without proper coverage, insurers won't reimburse you. The crazy part is that most renovators don't know this. They assume insurance automatically adjusts for improvements. Unfortunately, it doesn't unless you tell them. Insurance companies expect you to notify them of major upgrades. If you don't, you end up underinsured without realizing it. And underinsurance becomes painfully obvious after a loss. Kitchen remodels are among the most expensive upgrades in a home. Appliances, materials, and code requirements all add up. Yet most homeowners don't update their policies afterward. Foodies upgrading their kitchens especially fall into this trap. They invest in commercial-style appliances, but commercial-style risk requires commercial-level protection. Your insurer isn't trying to cheat you. They're following the contract as written, and the contract only covers what you had, not what you added. So if your $12,000 renovation burns, they'll still only replace the $4,000 worth of components that existed before. The rest comes out of your pocket. And that moment is when homeowners feel blindsided. Even something as small as switching from electric to gas triggers code changes. Venting, clearance, insulation, and fire suppression can all be required. These are not optional once rebuilding starts. Contractors rarely discuss insurance impacts with you. Their job is to build, not advise on coverage. But skipping this step becomes extremely expensive later. Ordinance or law coverage is usually optional, but for renovated homes, it's essential. It covers the true cost of bringing your home back to life after a disaster. If your policy doesn't include it, the gap can be massive. You might receive $10,000 for repairs, but owe $30,000 in code upgrades. That's not a math problem anyone wants. Homeowners assume insurance will make them whole, but insurance only makes you whole based on outdated values. Upgrades create a gap you must close yourself. Before installing any high-end kitchen upgrades, call your insurer. A simple conversation can adjust your dwelling limit and add necessary coverage. It usually costs just a few dollars extra per month. Think of it like protecting your investment. You wouldn't buy an expensive appliance without a warranty. So why renovate your kitchen without updating your insurance? Even renters face similar issues. If you add high-end items in a rental unit, your renter's insurance must reflect their value. Otherwise, you'll never get fully reimbursed. For homeowners, your premium might rise slightly, but that small increase avoids massive financial disaster after a fire. It's one of the smartest insurance moves you can make. After any renovation, especially kitchens, walk through your home with your insurer. Show them what changed, and ask if you need ordinance or law coverage. Because the truth is harsh. Renovations increase risk. New features require new protection. And without it, your dream kitchen becomes a liability. Your upgraded kitchen should be a joy, not a financial time bomb. You worked hard to afford those improvements. Now, protect them the right way. And the next time you're planning a remodel, don't skip the insurance part. It's the easiest step in the whole process, and it saves you from the nightmare of paying for a rebuild alone.